Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Cindy Infinity. Hi guys, I'll let everybody get in here. Random, are you in here? I saw you trying to come up before Random, but it was saying that you needed to connect your mic and your camera, which obviously you can turn your camera off. I don't know why it wasn't connecting you. Hey Scout, how are you? What's going on? Give everybody a minute to get in here. I had a couple minutes and my day has gotten turned around per usual, and I just wanted to get on here real quick and say hello to everybody. How was your birthday, Scout? I came in just as you were leaving the chat yesterday, or just as you were getting off panel and you were in the chat. So happy! I said happy birthday to you yesterday, but happy birthday again to you. I hope you had a great day. I hope that it was nice and relaxing and that everything was good. All of us January birthdays. Everybody's got January birthdays. So all of us crazy Capricorns. You get a little music going in the background here. It feels so quiet. And guys, I apologize in advance if the dogs get a little crazy. I don't know what is going on. They've been like wild today. I think it's going to be a full moon soon, isn't it? They usually get a little crazy when it's going to be a full moon. Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good birthday. I'm glad. Okay, hang on here. Hold on. Oh, we have a guest. Hello.
Hello.
I can't hear you, Melissa. Hang on. Say something again.
Hello.
Oh, now I can hear you. Okay, sorry. My microphone was down.
Oh. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Long time no talk.
I know, it's been a minute. Hey, yeah. Scout. How are you? Hey, Random. How are you beautiful people doing today?
I hope everybody's having a good day. It's very chilly here today. It's chilly where you are. You got some more snow, huh?
Yes, it's really, really cold here. We got a lot of snow.
Oh, we just wanted to get on and catch up and say hi to everybody. Since
happy late birthday again, Scout.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. So I hope you had a good day.
Did you have a good birthday, Scout?
He says it's 20 degrees there. It feels like a heat wave. Jesus. Oh, my day got turned around to, oh my God. It's just like,
Hey, Valdez.
Hey, Valdez. How are you?
Yes, Random. Long time no see.
I just actually threw some soup on the stove because I'm like, oh, it's a good night to like heat up some soup. So I'm just heating up some of my mom's homemade soup that she made. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to heat that up. Hi, Prue. How you doing?
That's good, Scout. I'm glad. You deserve a good birthday. You're a good man. Yes, it's definitely soup weather.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I'm heating up some of that mushroom soup from Russian Christmas. I had it in the freezer and I took it out to defrost it. So I'm having some of that tonight.
Have you seen that? What is it? It's on Saturday Night Live when they're like sweater weather. Yeah. Like when I think of that, like the cold, I'm like, oh, it's definitely sweater weather. Sweater weather.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I'm so glad you had a good birthday. Sweater weather. I love this. I love some of the old SNL. Oh, the old SNL stuff is hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of my Coffee Talk. You got Coffee Talk. You got that one.
Coffee Talk, sweater weather.
And then you got
I like Selena Gomez when she does the that's sad.
Hey, Jason, welcome. Hi, good to see you. You're making a live. How are you? This is a very impromptu one that we're doing tonight for a few minutes. So we just wanted to catch up with everybody and say hi.
Yeah, the girls look good in sweaters. In sweater weather.
No, but the one that I love is I love Will Ferrell. That's why my title of my live, the picture is the South Pole elf. So like we have a, like you guys that have seen Elf the movie, like he goes, he must be a South Pole elf. He's an angry elf. So that's like our joke, like in our house now, because we have like 4 teenage boys, and I swear sometimes feels like I have 4 teenage girls, and like their hormones and their just emotions are all over the place, and like some of them wake up on the wrong side of the bed just because it's like you ask them a question in the morning and they give you side eye and you're like, okay, like simmer down, kid. So like instead of doing that, like I make jokes with them. So I'll be like, we'll get in the car, I'll be like, oh man, he was a South Pole elf. He was an angry elf this morning. Like just because we like try to like make light of it. Cause I'm like, otherwise I'd go out of my freaking mind sometimes with these like crazy ones. Oh my gosh. Funny. It's so funny.
You need a hug.
Oh, Prue. Okay. We'll be here. We'll be on for probably like, I don't know, we'll probably be on for like an hour, maybe a little bit less, depending on what we get into. You know, you never know what us devious little women can do sometimes, right? Melissa, you posted something on your community page that was interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, I was like, really? Nobody ever said.
Oh, you just cut out. Are you there, Melissa? Did she fall down? What happened to her? Melissa, there you are. I thought you fell.
That's weird. It cut out.
It was just like you. It sounded like you fell down, like legit. It's just what it sounded like.
Oh my gosh, weird. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you like the South Pole elf? You like that? That's funny, right?
I'm like, ooh.
My food bill? Oh yeah, Valdez. I work to like put food on my table, I swear. And gas in my car to get the kids to school. That's it. But yeah, anyway, sorry, go ahead. You were saying.
No, it's okay. No, it's because I seen that somebody said that F you, I went to, or somebody said that you said
you can
she
say it, just say it. It's okay.
Well, because she said, F you, Cindy, you said I wouldn't go to rehab. You never said she wouldn't go. You said she probably was going to be forced to need to go.
I never said she's not going to go. I mean,
yeah.
You know, show me.
And she was forced to go with her court thing. So yeah, it's
right.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like oh, I'm voluntarily doing this. It's like, okay, I can either go to jail or I can go to rehab.
Right.
Let's see. Okay.
Well, and it's not that nobody wants her to succeed, like, but it's only been an hour. Calm down, simmer down over there. It's only been an hour. Hasn't been a full day.
I would love for her at some point, like, and I truly mean this, like, no ill will whatsoever, like, you know, and that's what hurts my heart sometimes too, is like, I was a good friend, like behind the scenes, even more so than I was even on YouTube, like. That's what like people don't understand, or like I don't even think I need to explain it, but like I was reaching out to different places for her. Like I said, can I help you? Like, would it help if I did some of the legwork for you? Like just to find out information from different people that I knew like all over the country about, you know, programs and things of that nature, right? And she's like, oh my God, like that would be so great. Like I'm a busy person. So like for me to like try to start doing that, and then she's going live when I go live, or she's trying to say, I don't feel comfortable going into Cindy's. I feel like I'm getting attacked in the chat there, which is so not true. Right. And I'm like, I haven't even been talking about you. Like, go do your thing. Go get yourself clean. Like I have always said to her, I want to see you be successful. I want to see you become like a productive member of society. I want to see you do something that you love. Like, I don't want to see you do bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see you fail. Like, I've never wished that upon her. But based on, you know, actions speak louder than words, and based on her actions and then based on how horrific she's been behaving, you know, well, I mean, I give prayers to the people that have to deal with her over there at this point, you know?
Yeah.
I give it, and I hand it to God. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's not my job to do it for her. And, you know, trying to push her in a positive way didn't work. Trying to be negative, well, not negative, but like throwing it in her face, like being very real about it, certainly didn't work. You know what I mean? So.
Right. And nobody wants to see you fail, Sharon. We want to see you get good with yourself.
Absolutely.
Get right with God. Get good. Get healthy.
Absolutely. And you know what?
But you're not.
I don't talk about her. Like she's like, oh, I don't go after anybody unless they talk about me. When have I been talking about her? I went live one time at the beginning of the week for my birthday. You know, and that was it. Like I'm not posting like all this nasty stuff. Like I'm not, you know, like, yeah, some of it's kind of funny because truth behind sarcasm. Sorry, but it's, you know, It's
Right.
definitely true.
You're
Hey,
not
Jennifer,
starting off good though. You're not starting off good though if you're, lying to
why are you
people
worried
and saying,
about,
"Oh, I'm
you're
detoxing
supposed to
last night."
be there,
You're
and you're
not.
giving the fu to me imprudently in your thing, like, and I don't
Right.
even know this because I'm not subscribed to her. Like, I unsubbed and everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
Jason, you're right.
she was saying she was detoxing last night, and I was watching last night. You were not detoxing last night, Sharon. Don't lie. You were fully on last night, arms all over the place. That's not detoxing. Just
Oh
don't
yeah,
start off lying.
was she conducting an orchestra again?
Again, yes. Like that's just not a good way to start off. Don't start off lying. Just be real. You'll have more success if you go in being honest, being real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I just been going and lying doesn't get you anywhere. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just not good to start off like that. And
Yeah.
but to be like, F you, I'm here. You've been there an hour. Calm down, relax. And
Mm-hmm.
you've been there 3 months, clean and sober, then you can start with the I told you so's. But to be so arrogant right from the start, when
Oh,
you've
I
been there
know.
1 full hour, that's just so you just I'm done. Just stop it. Just don't worry about YouTube. Like Bible said, don't worry about YouTube.
Don't
Go
worry
in,
about us.
do what you gotta do your thing and get right with yourself. That's what matters.
Exactly. Well, look at what Jason just wrote. He wrote something very can you hear me? Sorry, I walked over to the stove. Sorry if I got further away here. He says, only pain fixes stupid. It'll happen. Well, that's it. That's absolutely it.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
true. 100,
for
Jason.
sure. Yep, exactly, Valdez.
Mm-hmm.
30 years is a lot of time to erase. Don't they say that, like, it's not going to happen overnight? Of all those years leading up to this point, of doing it or being in it, it's like, listen, show me 30 days after 30 years. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've ever even seen that. I don't think I've ever even seen 30 days from her before. Like, show me 30 days without popping out your shoulder and all this other crap.
Right.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Random were talking about that, and I've never met somebody that goes into rehab and is just so full of like arrogance. I've never met anybody that is like that. Like you're either quiet,
Yeah.
crying, sad, nervous, but not so full of arrogance. I've just never seen that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But the best of luck to her.
Right. Jennifer's funny. She says her shoulder will go out soon.
Shoulder
Well, prove us wrong. You know what? Use
Prove
this
us
as your
wrong, right.
motivation to prove us wrong. Then I mean, if you're listening or whatever, which I'm sure she's not, but you know what I mean. Yeah, she has no clue. And you know what? That's the thing. Absolutely, Valdez. Absolutely. She's scared to death. 100%. And you know what? I'm not criticizing her because of that, but don't come at me or other people who've always tried to be there supportive of doing all these things. Like I wasn't out on YouTube saying, oh, I'm doing this for Sharon and I'm doing that for Sharon. Like I would say, like, you guys don't understand, like when we were getting come at like by people that were like, you can't support her. She's never going to change this, that, the third. And she's like, and I'm like, you don't know like what we're doing behind the scenes, because we were doing a lot of things to try to help and support her behind the scenes, and it was nobody's business. But then when you're getting gone at sideways, and she's like, talking about us like we haven't done anything, and she questions our loyalty and the validity of our actions, or how like she doesn't feel comfortable coming to my chat. Like no one gets attacked in my chat. Maybe I'm a little boring, and I'm really sorry if I'm boring, but I mean,
today,
we talk about real shit over here sometimes.
Yeah.
Real shit is not always, making fun of somebody,
Jason, me too. I've been there, so I know. I'm not judging either. But today I was telling Cindy and Random both something that I'm going to tell everybody that I don't.
Melissa,
Conversations.
Sorry.
Huh?
You cut out again. Sorry, honey.
Oh, sorry. I don't like to talk about personal conversations that I had with people outside of YouTube, but I was telling Cindy and Random today that I did have a conversation with Sharon, and this one, I'm going to share with people because people should know, like, it is super scary. One time I was talking with Sharon, and one of her biggest things was that she was scared, what it would be like she was worried about the boredom outside of drugs. Like she was afraid of getting bored and then running back to drugs. And I told Sharon that the biggest thing is, when you're off of drugs, you have a lot of responsibility after drugs, like, the things that you didn't have to worry about during drugs. So like paying bills, having a job, stuff like that.
Simple,
All of
stupid
that
things, making a grocery list,
yeah,
cleaning in a
like
house.
right, all of that stuff is going to be a big thing for you now because it's going to take up your time from worrying about drugs. And so, you know, that's a big thing when for somebody who's never had to worry about that kind of shit before. But yeah, you know, I don't know, that's scary for somebody who's never had to worry about that shit before, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, Jason, absolutely. Jason knows. So like, for you guys that don't know, this is my friend Jason. I haven't really shared much, Jason, because I'm keeping everybody in suspense about what's going to be coming up on the channel. So I can't wait to announce it. I'm actually going to email you or message you. But Jason, you know, knows a lot about this, a lot more than a lot of us. He knows a lot about this from two different perspectives, and I'm not going to get into too many details, but you guys, we're going to be doing some really fun stuff over here, and we're going to be doing some real like interesting stuff and like talking about real life things, but like we're going to try to like change things up a little bit now that it's the new year. And so, you know, I'm going to be like, you know, bringing new people in to like talk to them about just different things that like I think pertain to all of us in one way or another. And I think that that's going to be so good for us because it's a new year. And I hate to be like, oh, new year, new you. But like, I like to think of it as like a refresh, you know, and like, I love all you guys that are here. I want to bring good content for you guys. I want to hear what you guys want to talk about. I want you guys to ask questions or like whether you want to come on panel or you want to like send in questions or things like that. Like, I want this to be like interactive because this is like all of us doing this together. It's just not like me or just Melissa or like whatever. And like, I can talk junk about people all day long, like trust and believe, you know what I mean? Like what female it can't at this point in their lives or guys for that matter. You know what I mean? But,
thank you, Jasmine.
You know, it's going to be fun. We've got a lot of really good things coming up. Nate the Great. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, thank you, Chuck. Everybody smash that like, please, as you're coming in, even if you're not chatting, if you're in the bushes, that's fine. You know, I appreciate it. Yes, exactly, Jason. It's called deflecting and it gets the spotlight off of her. Right. As much as she likes the spotlight on her, she likes it for like nefarious reasons. She doesn't like it for being held accountable or like reality of situations, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Right, just me? I know, seriously. I think you guys were good friends with getting food delivery while in jail, money on their books within an hour of being there, and to dish you guys was that. Yes, exactly, just me. Yes, everybody did whatever they could do within their own capacity at that time. And you know, some people sent in money, like, you know, Janelle had a conversation with her and she had her on the phone, and this way everybody could kind of like say hello to her and give her like positive like encouragement when she was still there. I mean, you know, you're right. It definitely felt like a stab in the back for sure, you know. Yeah, she has been an addict more of her life than not, you know. So this is going to be a lot of rearranging in her own brain and her own mind, you know, and that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a continuous work in progress for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? So just like we're all continuing to work on ourselves, even if we're not, you know, former addicts or however you want to say it, you know what I mean? Like we all are continuing to be better people, like better parents, better grandparents, better spouses, better at work. You know, we're all striving to be better in our lives as we continue to live life. Life is not a destination. It's a journey. You know, and so like, I think Melissa, you said it, like she's been able to live like a teenager and she's almost 50 years old, you know, and that was a great way to put it. It's like, she's been living this life of like a teenager, no responsibilities, not having to atone for anything. You know, doesn't like all of a sudden doesn't like this person or feels like this person might go a little funky on her, kicks them to the curb, doesn't actually sustain relationships or like long-term friendships with people. You know, so I mean that in and of itself for somebody might be difficult for them just to do, you know?
Right.
Listen, we all have made mistakes in our lives. Some of us have made bigger ones than others, you know, and we've had to atone for our mistakes. We've had to look ourselves in the mirror. We've had to pray to whatever higher being we might pray to, or ask for forgiveness when, you know, you got to put your tail between your legs sometimes. I mean, we've all been there, you know, and to say you've not been there would be a lie, would be a complete lie, you know? let's see here. What is everybody saying? Reality
Very true, Valdez.
Reality is painful to look at yourself, easier to throw others under the bus to mask your own pain. Exactly. Well, that's also someone that's never been taught on how to really be an adult. You know, I think it all kind of comes from, some of it comes from where we come from and how we're brought up, you know, but then at some point, even if people haven't had a good upbringing, you have to eventually do something with your life. You have to eventually, like, you can't always just keep relying on everybody else. Like, you have to be able to do for yourself, you know?
But Jennifer, I believe it does. I believe that if you let somebody hit rock bottom, then it forces them to get help because they don't depend on your help. I mean, hitting rock bottom is the best thing in my opinion. I mean,
yeah, nobody wants rock bottom is different.
No, yeah, I mean, I guess there's many ways to look at it, but I know I've seen people hit rock bottom and they were forced to get the help. I've seen people not hit rock bottom and never get the help. So I don't know.
You've seen people not hit rock bottom and what?
I've seen people not hit rock bottom, and so therefore they never got the help because
they have to be doing everything for the correct reason.
Yeah, they didn't have the reason to get help because they didn't have to hit their rock bottom. So I don't know, you know what I mean? But I've seen people hit rock bottom and then they did get the help. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Christy. How are you?
Hey, Christy. So yeah, I don't know.
She says, random says, V, I heard she's moving in with you. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Jason says, I made 10 mistakes before I got out of bed this morning. Yeah, no kidding. Trust me. I know I make more mistakes than I even realize because I'm told all the time. Even my dogs yell at me sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh, Chemist. Hi. How are you, honey? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean.
Right, Valdez, you have to be tough on addicts.
Yeah. You definitely do. Well, you know, like I said, you can support in any which way, whether it's from a distance or not, you know, like I'm not saying hateful things. Like I really haven't been saying hateful things. Like even like I came back at her because like, you know, she constantly was coming at me and I'm like, listen, like stop poking at me. Like you're going to try to poke the bear. Like you want to get a reaction out of me. And all I'm saying is like, listen, like you go take care of you. Like, you know, I'm good. Like I've made the mistakes in my life and I certainly wasn't pointing the finger at other people. Like I did what I needed to do. And I like, you know, at that point, I mean, even when I've gone through things in my own life, like I stay away from like the online drama and all that kind of stuff, you know, like I kind of keep to myself and I keep my circle very close and tight because I don't need a lot of opinions from other people. You know what I mean? When you put your business out there, you're definitely susceptible for, you know, opinions and for hate and for a lot of love and a lot of other enabling and all things like that, you know? So, you know, I take it where it,
just me, you're right. Yeah, that's a lot. That's where the enabling comes in at though. Like that's I have a niece right now who's in really bad addiction and her siblings get really mad at their mom because the mom doesn't let her hit rock bottom. And so they blame the mom because they're like, she's never going to get better because of you. Yeah. But I see where the mom's coming from because like, how do you watch she doesn't want to watch her daughter suffer. But they're like, well, you're going to be the reason she dies. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what do? You know? But yeah, it's hard. It's a hard.
Yes. Well, it's that, but see, that also just me, that's just part of adulting. I mean, listen, I wake up some days and I'm like, I don't want to adult today. I really don't. I mean, like I was telling you earlier, Melissa, like my truck my truck was in the shop. It got fixed, you know, had some other, it was like one thing led to another, you know, and where I live in the climate that I live in, like we have extreme conditions, whether we get like super cold temperatures or we get super hot temperatures. So like everything here where I live, it's like everything takes such a beating. Like the house takes a beating, the pavement takes a beating, the cars take a beating because they go through not consistent climate and all that kind of stuff. And so unfortunately, you know, my truck had to go get repairs and it was not a bill that I was wanting or expected. You know, $1,800 right after Christmas is definitely a very hard nut to swallow. And then today, you know, it's all back, it's fixed, everything's good, you know, and taking the kids to school. And this is part of adulting, right? Get up in the morning, have to, you know, get the kids, like get them up, get them, you know, 2 on the bus right outside the house. I get the other 2 in the car. We drive, you know, like my 22 minutes to their school and everything every day. And I'm dropping them off, and I'm getting a notification on my dashboard that my truck all of a sudden is not recognizing that I have my key fob. And I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, oh, it must be the battery. You know, the battery was getting low. You know, I've watched YouTube videos on how to change it. So like I like get home. I said, let me at least get home. So at least I was able to get myself home. It's not like it shut off, even though it wasn't recognizing that there was no key in there. But I went to go start it back up, and it was not recognizing the key fob. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to go run down to the street to the store. So like I took my husband's car before he had to go to work to go get the battery and come home. And I changed out the battery, and the new battery's not working. So it must be something like with the motherboard on my key fob. And I only have one key fob. So I'm like, oh. So now guess what? I can't get to work. So here I am, like now I'm on the phone with clients, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm trying to get this like situated and fixed. I said, but I might have to get it towed to the dealership because it might be an issue now with like the key fob after I just paid all that money. But you know what? Those are things that get thrown at us as adults every single day, you know?
Right.
And it's funny because one of my clients just texted me right before I came on. She goes, it must be something in the air with cars, because she's like, I'm driving home from work today. She was somebody that was supposed to come to see me today. And she's like, I would have never even made it anyway. She goes, I left work to go start heading, like, you know, like she lives in the same town that my shop is in. And she's like, she's like, I had to have the car towed. She's like, I think something's wrong with my alternator. I said, oh my God. So she wouldn't have even been able to make it in. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, these are just things that happen to us, but those are things that she's not used to, you know, she's not used to having any of that kind of responsibility. And it's like, you can't turn to using drugs or alcohol every time something doesn't go right in your life. Like you have to learn to figure it out, you know?
I agree. Valdez, what you see with is it your sister that you see? I see that with my sister-in-law. It's frustrating to watch them not let their children hit rock bottom. But like, I don't understand with these guys, like this is not their child. This is a 50-year-old woman on YouTube that they're not letting hit her rock bottom. Like, I'm not saying it's okay. It's their kid. That they should allow their children to not hit rock bottom. But I kind of get them more. I understand them more that they can't watch their kid hit it, but not a stranger that they don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, and like somebody else says, well, Valdez says the same thing. What's $200 going to do for an almost 50-year-old woman? Like, yeah, somebody said she said that somebody is giving her an incentive of $200 if she completes it. What is that going to do for you? $200? Like, really? That's a lot for you as a 50-year-old woman? Like your life, and to live a productive life, that should be enough of an incentive for you to complete rehab.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, you know, we all like, we're just talking about like real life situations, you know, it is what it is, you know? Yeah, Jennifer, thank you. Yeah, I know. I mean, for real, it's definitely a situation. It's definitely a frustrating situation, you know, for sure. I mean,
just me. Yeah.
Not me, like not for me. It's frustrating to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I don't know. It's just tough. It's just really tough, you know? And we all one way or another try to figure it out. Right. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, I guess it's just what we have to do. You know, we don't really have another choice. You know, I mean, I don't. Do you, Melissa?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. I mean, like that's why I say though, like if you're doing it for all those reasons and not just to live life, and you know, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. It's all for their own reasons. That's the sad thing, you
know. Oh wow. I'm just reading some of the comments. Sorry guys, I'm a little behind in the chat here. I'm just reading. Right, exactly. We've adulted most of our lives. Yes. Well, we eased into our adulthood as need be, right? I mean, and sometimes we've regressed, you know, like as adults, we've regressed, you know, and then we kind of pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't really know. I don't
One thing though, Sharon said that She said, this is me no matter what. I'm going to be this clean or an addiction. This is who I am. I don't believe that. I think that Sharon, just from talking to Sharon outside of YouTube, I think that Sharon is a much, maybe I'll probably get heat for this, but I think that Sharon is a much nicer person, not an addiction. I truly do believe that. I think that Sharon is nowhere near as mean as she is when she's not an addiction. I know Sharon on a different level, and she really does have, she really does have a really kind side to her. She does have
that's why we were so
heart.
supportive for so long. Absolutely.
Yeah. We didn't like her outside of YouTube because this is the person that we see, you guys. Like Sharon does really have a really good heart, and she means well, and she's not as, as mean as she comes across on YouTube. She really isn't. So I don't believe that she's that mean person. I think she's really a nice person, and she could be even nicer if she wasn't in addiction.
Well,
I truly believe that.
Yeah. I mean, I wish her nothing but the best, I mean, and that's all I'm going to say. I mean, differences aside, whatever, however she was being, I mean, and that's just what it is, but that's, being the bigger person, sometimes we just have to be the bigger person and wish no matter how much somebody hurts you, you can say, listen, I wish you well,
Yeah.
The best of luck to you, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, but, well, I hope everybody's having a nice evening and everybody's staying nice and warm if you're in cold climates. Sorry, I'm having a sip of my soup here. Let's see here. Yes, exactly. Awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it is so cold outside.
It is. It's very chilly. I had the fireplace on and I was going to I turned it off and then I was going to turn it back on. I was like, oh. So, well, thank you for coming up and chatting with me, Melissa. I hope everybody's doing well.
You're welcome.
I think I saw a notification that Bobbles is going live, I think around 9:30 tonight. So, if everybody, I don't know if anybody's going over there later on. I saw something come through. Exactly, Chemist Chaz. Exactly. Yeah. No, and that's the thing, I mean, yeah, just have to, the ball's in your court, at some point you can't expect everybody else to do for you, So yeah, for sure.
And she can do it. If she really wants it, she can do it.
Yeah. For sure. Sorry, I was chewing here.
I have to go to work in a little bit, and I'm like dreading going outside in this cold.
I know. Be very careful.
My truck is cold.
I know. Be very careful. I know. Automatic starters are wonderful, right?
I got to put you on mute for a minute, but I'm listening, okay?
Oh, no, that's fine. Actually, I was just going to say, I was going to get off here in a minute because I want to take the dogs out real quick before it gets too late. But I'm thankful for you coming in, Melissa, and I'm thankful for everybody being here. Thank you guys very much. I know this is kind of like a little short and sweet thing, but, again, Scout, happy birthday. If you're there, Scout's birthday was yesterday, you guys. So happy birthday to you, Scout. Thank you for everybody that's come in to say hello. We so appreciate you, we're here, we're always going to be here. We're always going to be chatting about some of the real stuff that happens, that's just kind of what we do. I know, Christy. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of times you get caught in a place where you don't know what the right thing to do is, for sure. Yeah, no, I get it. Oh gosh. Oh, I know. And they say that you really get caught between a rock and a hard place when it's something like that, So yeah, right. Just me. I know. Seriously. I know. Well, we'll see, we'll see. All All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I'm going to go finish slurping my soup, but not in you guys' ears because I hate to do that. I don't like to make noises like that when I'm on live. I'm like, oh no.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right. You guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. I love you all a long time. Thank you so much.
Have a good night, Cindy. Bye,
All right.
guys.
You too, sweetheart. Thank you.